I can't imagine that even in the Republican cloakroom in the Senate, there's much enthusiasm for going to into a trade war with Canada. You look across our border with Canada. I was looking at the percentages of trade. 40% of Ohio's exports go to Canada. Something like 60% of Michigan's exports go to Canada. I can't imagine that the Republicans in those states, or literally anywhere in the country, are enthusiastic about this nonsense that Trump is promoting, and probably secretly cheering Mark Carney for standing up to him and doing what he's now doing on behalf of his country, but really on behalf of the international mentality toward Trump. So I think there's a lot of potential bipartisan.
But there isn't, Hillary. There isn't. That's the problem. Yeah, the Republicans in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, the Republican governors and the Republicans at the state level and state houses and state senates, they don't want to go into a trade war with Canada. The percentages that you're talking about are accurate. The numbers are insane with the states that export their products to Canada and what we import from them. They don't want to go into a trade war. And behind the scenes, secretly, they'll say that. But that's the problem. That's where it's going to remain. Behind closed doors, secretly. They are never going to come out against Donald Trump until he is gone. Because Donald Trump will say something mean about them on some social media post, and it'll cause a groundswell within a small percentage of the Republican base. About 30% of the Republican base will then get pissed off at that candidate. And because the Republican Party is already the minority party in the United States of America, there is no candidate that can afford to lose any of their already minority vote. They lose 20%, 10%, they're done. So they certainly can't afford to lose whatever Donald Trump can turn against them. See John Cornyn. So there is no potential for bipartisanship if they don't have the fucking balls to come forward and say, no, we're not doing this. That's going to harm my state. That's going to harm my constituents. If they won't do that, there's no bipartisanship to be had. There's a ton of bipartisanship to be had in smoke-filled rooms that will never result in any kind of actual legislation. Yeah, they'll all talk about it behind closed doors. They'll all sit around when Donnie's not there with their Democratic counterparts and go, yeah, he's fucking crazy, man. I don't know what to tell you. But if they won't do anything about it, then there's no bipartisanship to be had.